How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the crimes of satellite controllers and government stalkers and the activity of them always burning on me, always touching me with their satellite, always trying to play their puppet game and voodoo doll torture. You got to find out, people need to find out what race and religion these people are so when they get prosecuted, their race would know who these people are. You understand that? This is very important in reference to some of these people might get the death penalty. Some of these people might get life in prison. Some of these people might get deported out of the country or whichever. But these satellite controllers that are hurting me, they're hurting my stomach and pubic bone and pubic area and underneath my belly button all the time. These people are always on me with satellites. Now, this is very important. This is important for people to know who I am, what my parents owned in America, which, of course, I'm the owner of everything. What these people are trying to do. What they claimed they were trying to do. Where these people came from. Who are these people? What was they trying to... These people wanted to pretend like they thought they were the owners of things. Is what these people was trying to do. They were trying to pretend like they were buying things that weren't for sale. Do you understand that? These people are trying to play this fantasy game with their fucking satellites. But it's really hurting people in reality. The activities of their crimes, their activities of their people. The financial fraud, these people stealing monies that I was supposed to have received. These people claiming they didn't know who I am. These people claiming they didn't know that delaying me from receiving lawsuit monies is attempts of murder. The government holding me hostage. The government owing me monies from lawsuits and abuses. And then the government trying to tell me to go out and get jobs so they could attack me and so they could taser me on jobs where they have raped me on jobs before. Do you understand? They're choking the cat again. My cat can't get you out of trouble, man. What you've done, you better leave her alone or somebody's going to put a plastic bag over your head and kick you in your fucking mouth, government man. You want that on the record too, right? That you hurting an American pet for your dominance game of you trying to feel like you thought you wanted to be empowered by trespassing over the constitutional laws of this country. You're going to face the death penalty for that too, man. You're always trying to get some rise out of somebody. Always messing with something to see if you can get somebody to rant and rave about your fucking abuses. And all the times you've done these things. In reference to all 50 states in America, look up the information in reference to who I am and who my parents are. You know, I'm in Indianapolis. You know, look up the Social Security number 307-808-151, you know. See if it says Walt Disney endorsed Duke. You know. Look up that information. Now, in reference to information, in reference to who my parents are, you know. This is very important in reference to the history of things. No, I didn't receive the identification if Walt Disney World or Walt Disneyland sent any information or identification. Didn't receive it. And all the years these people have been stealing everything. You know, it's, you know, somebody communicated or somebody's typing a text message or something. But anyways, somebody asked if I had received the identification that they had sent. No. Did you track the postal mail? Do you have a routing number or a tracking number? Every time you try to send something to me in the postal mail, you have to have a routing or tracking number on it. Because otherwise, somebody will steal it. And make sure you put my race and identity on the letters, too. And you write my mother and father's name on, you know, type it on there. On all letters. So, you know, people, and type hermaphrodite, too. Or hermaphrodite, you know, Mark Ray, hermaphrodite, you know. my birth name is supposed to be the same as my mother and father, and my documentation of history. People know that in certain acknowledgments, or they might have tried to send other identification with the name Mark Ray on it from Walt Disney World or whatever. Yeah, you got to watch out for that. Somebody might show up claiming they thought they were Mark Ray, and just throw their asses in prison, whoever they are. But anyways, in reference to, another thing, in reference to talent agents or modeling agencies, I haven't received any letters from them. And, time's been going, and Satellite Man's still hitting me in the face and teeth, and I ate Napoleon ice cream and chocolate chip, they messed my mouth. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. Chocolate chip mint, but it's really mint chocolate chip. But anyways, they messed with my mouth when I was trying to say that. But the Satellite Man's always up in my face, trying to claim he thought I owed him something. I've never been around these people, never been friends with none of these people, never had business meetings with none of these people. See, people say, well, why are they doing this? Why are they doing it? Well, ask them who they think I am. Ask them who they think my parents are. Because whoever they're trying to confuse me with, either that person's parents was an asshole or some type of piece of shit. This is very important because my parents was really nice. My parents was very business oriented. And of course, being business oriented, if somebody asks the wrong fucking question, of course you're going to get a negative response and a rejection of certain types of questions or certain types of tricks of business somebody might try to play. People that's not on the up and up. Then they go around making up shit, trying to slander a person's character. You gotta analyze what they ask. These people, when they try to say, oh, they thought your parents would give up their money. But what? No. They'd say, oh, they thought your parents would give up their money because their people never had nothing. Well, go out and get a job and build something or create something of your own instead of stealing from me or my family history or my social media. The point of information of these people trying to play their tricks is bullshit. Haven't received anything from the courts, any monies or lawsuits or emergency money. Does the courts know how many times these government people had tasered me on jobs and raped me? The courts better have the exact fucking number and the exact time, date, and location. If they don't, court judges are going to get in trouble for allowing it to happen in the first place and then covering it up for these people is what the court judges have been doing. That's an injustice. Now the question is, why haven't I received any lawsuit monies? I got kidnapped from California. Why haven't I received lawsuit monies from the courts prosecuting government agents trying to confuse information? It's all documented who I am, who my parents are, and they got databases of information they could print as a reminder to their self not to forget who I am and not to confuse my identity. They're doing all this stuff intentionally. These people that are doing these things. And ask them who their parents are. I'm the only child of my mother and father. Ask them why they did this in the first place. They tried to fabricate they thought somebody owed them something. Every time they make that up, it's a lawsuit against them. Every time. Like this man will claim, oh, he thought your parents owed them something. Like what? And for what? When did that meeting happen? Don't forget, all my mother and father's meetings was always recorded. See, my parents was billionaires and trillionaires in acknowledgments of information. So, every meeting was recorded. So when you talk shit, time and date, man, they can bring up the information, time and date of things. Saying, nope, you didn't, there was no meeting that day. Where was the location? What was the name of the people? That's not what transpired in any meeting. You made the shit up and now you got to get prosecuted. You know what I mean? It's that fucking simple. These people try to make up lies claiming they had meetings with people that they were physically or sexually assaulting or slandering my character. These government people having meetings claiming, oh, this dirty cop said you made... I didn't make no business deal with no cop. No, it didn't. Don't even try it. You get prosecuted for your lies. Did not make no agreements with government or anybody. I'm not allowed to lower my status of who I am and who my parents are. And the government is not allowed to try to step on my status. But they've been doing these things, blocking me from house accounts that my parents had set up for me. We need some, I'd say cops go around and ask people, but I guess they're not asking people. Maybe the Russian embassy, or you think the Chinese or Japanese or Korean embassy, or Italian or French or English or British or Irish, embassies. You would think they'd go around asking questions. What the hell's going on? Why these people are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions? Why are these people confusing the information? Does everybody know what race and religion these people are that are confusing the information? It's pretty serious. It'd be interesting if, people make YouTube videos of which people know the most about me. In reference to friendly people, like friends of Hollywood, friends in business, friends in gymnastics or Olympics or sports or football, baseball, basketball, or, in reference to things of sports like athletic ability, like which person knows the most, statistically. Whether it's, whether I've been in Olympics in martial arts or Olympics in boxing, or if I was a pro boxer, track and field, it's always very interesting in reference to people. Maybe I need a Russian talent agent, I don't know, in reference to Hollywood or something. Because the other talent agents, I haven't received any information from anybody. I don't know if Elite Models or the Ford Modeling Agency has tried to send any letters or anything. I've received nothing. Haven't received anything from anywhere. The Jewish talent agents haven't gotten in contact with me, and neither has the Catholic talent agents either. So, it's a very serious situation. I've not received any lawsuit monies from any of the countries that was supposed to sue the government because, in reference to companies that my parents did business with, or countries that my parents did business with in reference to the companies, they're supposed to file lawsuits against the government for doing these things to me, and they're supposed to file lawsuits against the government for the murders of my parents, when my parents got murdered. The United Nations is supposed to file lawsuits against the American government in all categories, the Italians, French, and English, and Irish, and British. They're all supposed to be filing lawsuits against the American government for the murders of my parents. And so is China, Japan, Korea, and Malaysia, just about every country in the world is supposed to be filing lawsuits against the government in America for what they did to my parents and what they've done to me. And they need to file lawsuits against the American government for blocking me and kidnapping me from, they kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions, and they've been blocking me all these years. And they have to track down all the people that are confusing my identity. Who they are, who, what, when, and where. And why. Because they're trying to steal everything, aren't they? There's lots of reasons for court cases. Obviously, things have not been going very fast. Does anybody have the numbers of how much money the American courts or these government people, the Treasury usually has to print lawsuit monies that I was supposed to have received, because I'm not supposed to have to go after anybody personally or physically, because that's how they try to get out of the lawsuits. Like if I had to question somebody about where's the lawsuit monies they owe me, they would try to murder me. So that's why the Treasury was supposed to print the monies, because I'm a very rare, unique individual genetically. And, you know, they would try to do things to me and try to hurt me all the time. And in reference to the Treasury delivering money, there's no place in this country that the Treasury wouldn't be able to deliver monies. So obviously they're intentionally not delivering monies to me. And they have account information over there of my mother and father, probably. You know, right? There's no place in this country, and nobody could stop the Treasury from delivering money here. The Treasury's obviously just not delivering it. If there are any information or lawsuit monies that I was supposed to have received, or human rights monies, or physical assault or rape crimes, you know, of these people doing these things to me, it's total bullshit. There's no place in this country that the Treasury wouldn't be able to deliver monies. Nobody could ever stop the Treasury from delivering money if they were trying to deliver monies to me. So it's bullshit. There ain't no way, because the Treasury has a lot of status, and the Treasury can hire a lot of people to deliver monies. Anyways, Alexa, what's the time and date? Alexa, time and date.
In Indianapolis, it's Thursday, November 9th, 2023 at 1:40 a.m.
It's like sometimes you don't even hear it. Like I'll say Alexa, she just then didn't seem like she picks it up. Then I have to like yell it, you know. And this motherfucker always terrorizing my cat does this shit to try to make somebody sound.
Sorry, what did you say?
Like they're trying to make somebody sound like they're yelling and shit. Well, if it was your pet, you'd be like, hey man, get the fuck off of it. Leave it alone. It's not yours. Don't touch it. This satellite man's communicated that he hates cats. Well, don't look at people that's got cats. Don't hang out with people that's got cats. Don't be spying on me. I have a cat. You hate cats. This government man tries to make up all these narcissistic excuses for terrorizing my life. I'm not that person's race. I'm not that person's religion. I'm not that person's friend. I'm not in no relationship with any male gender. I only date females. Why are these men cock blocking me from having a girlfriend? Who are these men? Where'd they come from? Where's the court orders for females to get in contact with me? Like girls that try to get in contact with me, but these Germans are blocking them. Why is that? Who the fuck are the Germans? I'm not German. My parents weren't German. Oh, and they need to track down every article or media advertisement or any documents of where they ever called my parents German. That has to be documents that have to get ordered into court. My parents weren't German. I'm not German either. There has to be court cases about the false advertising of people trying to call my parents German when they were not German. That's just very, very offensive in many ways of them trying to do those things, those people. So in reference to the courts, you know, news networks obviously has not done any questioning of the courts, why I haven't received any compensation or benefits. So obviously they need to fire people in the media too.